Hi, welcome to 43byland.com. Getting ready to start lot 239 today. It's raining out, but the show must go on, naturally. Um, Little advice for people out there. It's always wise to take your insect repellent, put it on your hand, and then wipe it on your face. Just shot myself in the eye with Deep Woods Off. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was spraying and I just, bam, right in my eye. Oh. Anyway, we are going to we're going to get this going today. I'm going to try to make some progress, and nothing's going to bite my left eye, that's for sure. We're going to make some progress here, and it's raining out, but it's going to be raining for the next 4 days. And the difference between me and other people is that I'm learning to work in the rain. I'm covering up. I've got waterproof boots. I just can't wait 4 days. I have so much work ahead of me. So I'm going to document a little bit of lot 239 today. This corner lot, it's a super corner lot. I think you guys will like it. And I like it. It's close to the entrance. And let's see what we can come up with today. Thank you. Just a little explanation of how I'm going to approach this one. This is a corner lot. Right there, right around the corner, is the entrance. Awesome, awesome location. You'll never have to battle bad roads like in the middle of the subdivision. You'll never experience that. So this is the lot wraps around the corner. And of course, water always ponds on the swale or the easement. And it would be a little bit rough if a tree fell in there. And the larger part is around that corner, the larger part of the lot. So there's gonna be a lot more work around the corner. I've found the back two property markers, and it's a pretty dry entrance point. Now, on a lot like this, where it's less underbrush and a lot of thin pine, I don't normally get lots like this. I do occasionally. Let me just give you an idea. When I look in there, it looks like a lot of toothpicks. You see that? Oof, that can be nasty. So the problem with that is that normally I would start at the beginning of the property, and I would basically take out the front and then kind of work my way to the back. But the problem is when you have such dense, thin trees, whatever you cut is going to get hung up, and what you can have is a categorical mess. So what I have to do is I have to go in there and take out the smallest, thinnest trees possible, and then work my way up to the bigger trees. So I'm trying to clear out the thin stuff so when I drop the bigger ones, they don't get hung up and they don't rest in those trees. So I'm gonna spot hit the center of the lots where, sorry, my eye's still burning from Deep Woods Off. Unbelievable. But I'm gonna spot hit the center of the lot where the trees are the thinnest, and then I'm gonna go around the corners, and then I'm going to look up at the tree branches and look at the big trees and see at those to fall. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to clear out as much of the thin brush. I'm going to spot hit the center of the lot. There's a large tree up there, and I know that's going to have to fall. I'm going to want that to fall forward, not backwards, because I have the lot line right here, and I prefer to cut wood on my own lot. Second of all, there are two large trees right there, so easily that tree can get hung up there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to take that tree down at all, because this is a corner lot and the tree is quite beautiful. I just have to make sure I can get an RV in here. So we're hoping that we don't have to take it down. But I'm going to start clearing as if I'm going to have to take a few big trees down. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab a chainsaw. I'm going to enter through the back. I'm going to clear a nice defined path to the next marker so we can see that on video. Okay. Just want to show you what I'm doing here, so that when the new buyer sees this lot, they understand how I'm doing this lot. Okay, I opened up a manageable hole on the back lot line that you can walk through. My goal with this lot is different than your average 40 by 100 lot. You see, corner lots are categorically much different than all of the other lots. Corner lots are very tricky to deal with, and I've watched other investors and others. I've watched them do their corner lots, and I've noticed a lot of mistakes they're making. You know, one thing for sure is this: I'm a firm believer that the buyer is smarter than the seller. Their money's in their pocket. They know exactly what they want. So I normally rim out the edges of the lots, but and all the other sellers, what they'll do is they will clear these corner lots completely, thinking, well, if I clear it, it's going to look bigger to get it sold. I don't believe in that. I think that number one, the buyer is concerned about privacy because you're on the corner. So what I want to do is I want to create somewhat of an illusion that this lot is completely uncleared. So what this does is it separates me from all of the other corner lots in the subdivision. So my corner lot, no matter where it's located, you're going to have a little more privacy than the other corner lots that are cleared. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I opened up a hole in the back so that it can be accessed really easily. The back of the lot, this brush will grow up. I've got this tree right here, and you know, I'm so prone to just chopping everything down. I'm not doing that. So I just want to make a hole. I open up the back lot line for the visual, which is nice. Okay. So as you can see, as I'm cutting these trees down, it's not too thick back here, but you can see how they're beginning to lay on top of each other. Now, I don't have a trailer with me today. I don't have the capability to drag a trailer, and part of the reason is because of the burn ban, and it's monsooning, so we have no place to drop off the debris. I can't light a fire, and I don't do burning anymore anyway. So as I get back to the back lot line, this lot is going to fan out and get extremely big at the front. That's one reason why I took on this corner lot. I really like the shape. It's the biggest, one of the biggest corner lots in the entire subdivision. Gives me a lot to work with. Now watch. As I pivot, you can see the row of trees that I'm going to try to leave. I'm just going to come about maybe 8 feet in and start clearing back. But if you see these row of trees there, well, looking from the inside and out, it's kind of like a two-way mirror. You can see much better out than the cars going by can see in. Now, I'm guesstimating that the travel trailer will go right beside these two trees. I won't need to cut these because I'm looking at this point here. This is going to fan out, follow my finger, right about to there, somewhere around there. So there's plenty to get in here. And also, if this tree is dropped right there, and even maybe just these two, it's a beautiful entrance point to pull your travel trailer and go in a curve right there in the event that you want to put a dual driveway, which is always an option, and I always encourage that because on corner lots, the curved driveway is an asset when backing in and pulling out an RV. We all know that. But the problem that most of these investors are doing when they're clearing their lots is they're not leaving an outside row of privacy. Look, it's great to have two culverts, but when you have two culverts, you're losing such a huge element of privacy. Because remember, people coming down the road see that as an entrance point, and it's inviting to travelers. They're very apt to stop and peer in. We don't want that. So I want my corner lot to be absolutely different. Now, you can see trees are already laying down, becoming a little trickier on me because I don't have my trailer with me. But I want to go out to the front one more time and show you how you can see out from this lot, but you can't very well see in. Keep in mind, cars travel 10 miles an hour in here. When you're standing on the lot and you're not in motion, you see everything from the inside out. Okay, so coming from here, if you're an automobile, you really can't tell that this lot is going to be cleared. See that? Aside from that opening right there, I am going to come all the way through here. I want to leave these outside trees. I want that privacy intact. Normally I go and I cut the branches about 2 or 3 feet up because I love that park look on all my lots. Everything is different on a corner lot. The way I design my corner lots is categorically different. I want to leave some of these dangling trees, these ratty looking trees, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? I want it to look very natural to create that illusion that it's not cleared. Now on the front, I did go and chop down a lot of trees. The trees were just so big. I chopped down the front so I could put my sign. But I'm not going to chop down any more than what you see. So I'm going to create another probably entrance point over here. And by the way, when you put your culvert in, all the water will run, and that's the way to do it. Notice there's a culvert there. It's all the same. So I'm going to put a small entrance point there like I did on the other side, and I'm going to try to keep as much of the brush rimming the edge as possible. So this is the most important side, in my opinion. See, this is the adjacent road, and you got friendly neighbors. They're not going to bother you. It doesn't matter if it's really exposed there. But this is where your traffic is going to come through. So let's see how this comes out. I'm going to be very tactful with this corner lot. I think you guys will like it. And for those of you out there, my eyeball is getting better. Unbelievable. Maybe I should shoot the other one and even the score, you know. Anyway, good luck, guys. Take care.